We are live! Welcome to Alien World Aquatics. I am Scott. This is the lovely Paige, and we are just going to chill for a moment. I'm going to tune my guitar. How you doing, baby?
Good. How are you, lovey?
I am good. Where's my guitar? Tuna.
Excited to hear some tunes?
I'm just going to mess around a little bit.
You always say you're just going to mess around, and it sounds great. Hi, Anthony. Welcome.
What's up, Anthony? Redfish, bluefish.
Hello, hello.
Redfish, bluefish gave me such a nice compliment on the tank, saying it was a good setup and stuff. That means a lot coming from him. He's like super science professional. Like, I don't know. It means a lot, Redfish. What's up, Dragon Lair, Griffin Fish Room? What's going on? Bless you. We've been having sneeze attacks lately for a little while.
Yeah, I had one earlier today too.
Man, I haven't picked up this guitar in a while.
I know, it's nice.
I don't know how to play anymore.
Yes, you do.
I don't know what to do anymore. What's going on, Big J? My man, Big J. What's going on?
Hi, Big J. Dragon Layers here.
Griffin got some guppy fry from the Tigers. Nice. It's always nice seeing baby fish. I feel like even
you feel accomplished.
I like that like even giant manly men are like, ooh, baby fish. You know, like I feel like even like the manly Big J with his awesome beard, if he had like some fish fry, he'd be like, oh yeah, baby fish. I feel like no matter how manly you are, everyone still likes fish fry.
Yeah, of course.
Boom! And Big J says, I love seeing babies.
I know, he confirmed.
Very cool. Oh, nice, man. Griff has the hookup on the Platinum Galaxy Tiger Guppies. That sounds amazing.
Tiger Guppies.
I wonder what the Platinum Galaxy Tiger Guppy looks like. I mean, I hear Galaxy, you know, like my space stuff. That sounds awesome. I like that.
That does sound cool.
That is really good. Hey, what's up, Pam? How are you? Thank you for dropping by.
Hi, Punchy.
That is cool. Redfish, bluefish. Do you have a video of those up there? Or who has a video of those tiger guppies? I want to check those out.
Let's see those. Did we say hi to everyone yet, hon? Are we gonna
I believe we did. I believe we got everybody.
Did you say hi to
here.
Dragon Layer?
I believe I did. Yeah.
You said hi, Griffin. Okay, Pam. Okay, cool.
I think so. Everybody got a little hellos. They got Jim FNS joining in.
Hi, FNS.
Redfish Bluefish says, yes, sir, my first video on my channel. Very cool. I will check that out right afterward. I'm very interested. You know, one of my favorite guppies are the Cobra guppies, but Galaxy Tiger guppies, that sounds really cool. Hey, Sandy. Welcome to the stream.
Sounds out of this world.
Redfish Bluefish says, very nice guppies. Cool. I'll definitely check those out. You know, it's funny. Guppies are one of those fish that when I, you know, set up this fish room, that I kind of was like, nah. You know what I mean? I was kind of like, nah.
There's a lot of fish.
Yeah, I thought they were just too basic and too common and just not very interesting, kind of like angelfish. And I was just so wrong. And now I love guppies and I love angelfish. They come in like way cooler colors and patterns than I thought. But I mean, I guess some of these breeders are just making these fancy strains that are just absolutely out of this world. And I think my favorite ones that I have are actually a hybrid of Endlers and guppies, those little blue swordtail guppies that I have.
Oh, I love those.
I haven't gotten a good picture or a video of them for the channel yet. They're actually hard to get in the right light so you can see them and so they can do them
they have
justice.
So many colors.
But
sometimes they look yellow. Sometimes they're aqua.
Yeah, they're these Endler and Guppy hybrids that have a sword tail on the bottom. They're pretty much blue with a black dot in the middle, and they do have some yellows and reds, you know, depending on the light that's hitting them. So they're awesome fish. I actually got them from one of the big box stores a long time ago, and I just bought all of them that they had because they were just so cool. And they've definitely been one of my favorites. I think those Endlers and Guppy hybrids are really awesome.
I feel like the ones you got are like really under what's the word?
Underappreciated?
Yeah.
Underrated? Something like that?
Underrated, yeah. I was thinking underrated, yeah. Because like even you, even you hadn't heard of them before, right?
Well, you know, it's funny because a lot of the things like the angelfish and the guppies I avoided for so many years. I just wasn't really interested. That I guess you know, when you avoid it, you just don't have knowledge on it. So
yeah, I love those.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, Big Tank Hank joining. What's going on, man? With the sirens? Woo!
Woo!
Let's see, Dragon Lair. I just spent almost $400 of my stimulus money with Aquarium Co-op G's, but I needed all the stuff I ordered. Corey better give me a free T-shirt or something. That's cool, man. What'd you get? What'd you get from there? I mean, I've ordered from them before. The only thing I've actually ordered, I think, were the Zis filters. I love those Zis filters.
Oh, those are good.
Those sound killer, Alien. Yeah, Redfish, Bluefish. I will try and see if I can get at least a picture or something of those, or at least a good video. But they're just like hard for some reason. They're hard to get a nice video of. But I will.
Yeah.
I will.
I know you will.
Indeed. So,
Maybe. Do you think we're like not getting those polar blues?
I don't know. You know, I emailed them again, and they didn't say anything.
Jeez.
So yeah, we ordered some polar blue cichlids from somebody on the GetGill site, and I don't know. They said they were going to ship them, and it's been like over 2 weeks now, so I'm not sure. Well, Big Tank Hank, I retired from guppies this weekend and went full beta.
Well, full beta.
Very good, sir. See, that's another thing. I also avoided betas for so long. I avoided betas for so long, and
it's
now
it's so funny because you used to be like no angelfish, no betas, no goldfish.
No guppies.
You have one goldfish.
Yeah,
I have two betas.
Well, I didn't. To be fair, I didn't buy the goldfish. I adopted him to save him.
I know, but it's just funny.
Yeah, it is true. But yeah, it's funny. Now we have, you know, the beta that you picked out originally is beautiful, and the one that Big City Betas gifted you at the Big Fish deal is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, that red is just ridiculous.
And that's what I wanted, like the teal and the blue with the red.
It really stands out a lot.
Color combination. And by the way, today is Amber's birthday, I think. So,
is it?
Make sure everyone says happy birthday to
Happy
Amber.
birthday to Amber from Big City Betas. Very cool. Yeah, we'll have to say happy birthday to her.
Her birthday's 2 days before mine.
Aw, yeah. Yeah, your birthday is coming up. The lovely Paige has a birthday coming up on Monday. We gonna party.
I no longer look forward to them.
No? Really?
Not really.
Oh, man. I don't know. We're going to have fun. I'm very happy to share with you. And then the next day, you move in.
Yes.
If you guys notice,
the last stream at my own house.
This is the last stream that the Lucky Seahorse does from her house over there. If you can see, the walls are pretty much bare behind her. She'll be.
And it's my shell picture.
Totally moving in by around the 5th. So we are super, super excited.
Yay.
Indeed. I wish I could play like Happy Birthday to.
I'm sure you can.
On my. I don't know how to play them. No, I don't know how to do that on guitar. Let's see. A linear piston air pump for my fish room. Sponge filters, intake filters, food, and plants. Yeah, that. I bet the plants. I could probably go nuts buying plants from them. One thing that's nice about their plants, as far as I know, babe, is that like when you buy plants at say like a PetSmart or Petco, they are plants that are generally speaking have been grown out of the water and then they're put in the water. So generally speaking, the leaves that are on the plant or whatever, the stems, they kind of like die back and have to regrow for being used to being submerged
in the new
environment.
Yeah.
Aquarium Co-op, from what I know, makes sure that they fully regrow underneath the water before they sell them.
Helpful.
So you're already getting a plant that's, I think, going to be a little better to put, totally submerged. If I'm totally wrong about that, someone in the chat just yell at me, but I'm pretty sure that's what I've seen from them. We got Ripfish says, I saw that you and your beta army shall test the metal of my guppy swarm. Have at you! That's funny. That's funny. It's funny. That reminds me, I've been watching this show on Netflix called The Last Kingdom. It reminds me, have at you! And Dragon Larry wished her happy birthday this morning.
Great.
Definitely. Yeah, if you could send her a little message for us on Facebook, babe, that would be great.
Yeah, I already sent her a happy birthday.
Okay, good. Facebook. Can you tell her from me too?
Maybe I can edit it.
Okay. I
mean, I was just like, happy birthday.
FNS says, congrats, guys. Appreciate it, FNS. We are very, very excited for this. We are very excited.
Thank you, guys.
So I'm not sure how long I'm going today. I did want to get through a couple things. That I did have an update for some UFO stuff going on. I thought it was pretty interesting, some mainstream stuff. And I guess to give an update on the fish, I like to see that there's also someone that just had a birthday yesterday.
Chester!
Look at the little guy in the Stargate. He likes to hang out there. I have a blood parrot named Chubster. And actually, I got a notification from PetSmart that I had signed up that his birthday actually was today. I forgot, so I got a little coupon from PetSmart. It's his birthday. I believe he's about 3 years old. I've had him for a little over, I think, maybe a little under 2, something like that. I can't remember, but either way, it was happy birthday, Chubster. We gave him special treats last night and stuff too. Yeah, we all sang to him. The kids sang to him. But he's so cute. Why is he hanging out in that thing when we stream?
I know, it's kind of like
he doesn't like do that.
Thing.
He doesn't do that like all the time when we're like just hanging out. He only does this when we're streaming.
That's so
funny.
That
is so weird. What is he doing? And he's like looking right at us.
Oh, he knows.
That's so weird.
He knows. He's like, oh, they acknowledge my birthday.
Either way, happy birthday to the blood parrot Chubster. That's hilarious.
Happy birthday, Chubster.
So let me get to some of this UFO news. So, hey, Donald Fish Vibes joining in. Welcome.
Hi.
So some of the news that's happened recently in the past few days is that the Department of Defense and the Pentagon has officially released 3 videos of what they say are unidentified objects or unidentified aerial phenomenon. So they call it a UAP. And we've seen these videos before. These videos actually came out in about 2017, 2018. There's 3 videos. If you ever wanted to look them up, I got to figure out a way so I can show you these videos. I think that I'm allowed to, but I got to check into this because I think they are free use or fair use to show people because they are from the government that are, it's released. But there's 3 videos. The first one's named FLIR, which is where they taking a video of forward-looking infrared camera. That's what FLIR means, and it's a video of an object that is doing very strange maneuvers, maneuvers that you're not able to do in a normal aircraft. For instance, if my hand is a plane, and the plane banks like this, like if you turn like that, the plane will go, it'll turn. Yeah. Because that's the way the wind is forcing it. This one just goes boop and just stays in the same place. That's not the way aerodynamics work. It's not, and you even hear the pilots in the video, the pilots that are tracking this, they're all like, look at that thing. Oh my God, look at it. Look at it, it's turning. Yeah. One of the things they also say in that video is they say, hey, look, there's a whole fleet of them. Look at the ASA, which is one of their radar systems. And that means there's a whole bunch of these objects. They said a fleet of these objects. Wow. The next video would be called the gimbal video, and the third one would be called the go fast video. These 3 videos were released on Monday by the Pentagon, and let me read some of this here for us so I can show you. The Navy previously acknowledged the truth of the videos in September last year. They are officially releasing them now, quote unquote, in order to clear up any misconceptions by the public on whether or not the footage that has been circulating was real or whether or not there is more to the videos. After a thorough review, the department has determined that the authorized release of these unclassified videos does not reveal any sensitive capabilities or systems, and does not impinge on any subsequent investigations of military airspace incursions by unidentified aerial phenomenon. So basically, what that says is it doesn't give up any of our technology secrets, any of the secrets that we have of our own stuff. That's how I interpret that, at least. In 2017, one of the pilots who saw one of the objects, one of the videos is from 2004, but it was released in 2017. The pilot, David Fravor, quote unquote, says, as I got close to it, it rapidly accelerated to the south and disappeared in less than 2 seconds. This was extremely abrupt, like a ping pong ball bouncing off a wall. It would hit and go the other way. So what he's saying is that if this pic is the aircraft, that it was like boom, 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 boom. And a normal plane can't go like this. It can't go and just stop and stop, stop. No. It doesn't work that way. Okay.
Yeah. No.
So it's just a very, very interesting video to check out. Again, these are called FLIR, Gimbal, and Go Fast. It's been all over the news, all over CNN, all over these, all the major news websites. The president did comment on these videos recently.
Oh boy.
The president on Wednesday called the footage from the Pentagon showing unidentified aerial phenomenon as, quote, a hell of a video. And he wonders, quote, if it's real. I mean, the president, I'm not getting political. I don't really care about, red or blue. Doesn't matter to me. I'm not, a very political person. I'm not going to make that my stream about this. But, he has, been pretty skeptical about UFOs. But he has also said that he has had a very brief meeting about it. He has been briefed about this topic very briefly. Whether he believes it or not doesn't really matter. But it is interesting that he even comments on them. For a president to even acknowledge them is very interesting. So Those are the 3 videos that I think you guys should definitely look into. If you're skeptical about UFOs and you think that all these things only come from some kind of a country bumpkin with a grainy, video that's, like you don't trust their credentials, these 3 videos, you cannot dispute their validity. You cannot dispute that they've been edited or changed by the public. This is officially released by the Pentagon, and it doesn't get as more official than that.
Yeah, that's so cool.
And I think we should expect more of this coming soon. But what was I telling you? Remember, I told you this. We were outside of the night. I told you this,
that,
and your reaction was your reaction was what? Why are you not? What was your reaction to that?
Like, why aren't you like jumping up and down with excitement, like just like crazy excited? Because it's kind of like the moment you and other believers have been waiting for.
Yeah, that's a very good
point. And it's finally like legit enough to like really be able to get into good conversations about it and all that.
It's a very good question. Well, there's a couple of different answers I have to that. Number one is that a lot of these videos have been seen before. Like the video that I was just talking about was actually taken in 2004. I believe it was released other ways, but it wasn't released publicly, I think, through that TTSA, To the Stars Academy, until 2017. But the real reason is because this information is just a drip. It's what I call the drip disclosure of UFOs. It's not ever going to be. My opinion is that I don't think we're ever going to get a U.S. official or a president or someone in charge to go stand up on the podium and say, "Hey, aliens are real. We're not alone." I don't think that's really going to happen. What we are getting is this slow drip process of information being released over years and years and years and years. So like you said to me, why are you not more excited? It's like, and I gave Paige this analogy. I said, so what if I was in the desert and I really needed a glass of water? I wanted that glass of water so bad. Instead of someone giving me a whole glass so I can just chug it and then automatically be so refreshed and feel better and have gotten what I wanted, you're taking a little dropper and putting drop.
I know.
Drop. So I'm always going to be thirsty. Always going to be thirsty. I'm in the desert and you're just putting a drop of water on my tongue every minute and a half. It's not going to do anything.
Years. Most of your life you've been waiting.
Yep. So yeah. That's why I wasn't, quote-unquote, more excited. I do think it's very important, which is one of the reasons I wanted to bring it up to people. If you're interested in learning more about this, I will shout out the two researchers that I follow mostly on these topics, Linda Moulton Howe and Richard Dolan. They have had videos recently out about this, and they describe them. They even show the videos, I believe, in their... at least I think Linda Moulton Howe showed all 3 videos in her YouTube video live stream from last Wednesday. So I do recommend you guys checking out those 2 researchers, Richard Dolan and Linda Moulton Howe. They're not extremists. They don't jump to conclusions, and they're very scientific and use history to try to back up their findings and documents. So
yeah, I was going to ask you, what did they have to say about it?
Same kind of thing I said. It's kind of like, we already, it's exciting that they did this, but it's not like anything too new. If you've been researching these topics for a while, it's not a new thing. We already knew these were real videos that had come out from the gun cameras and tracking radar cameras and FLIR imaging cameras from these highly advanced Navy aircraft that are flying off our coasts and protecting us, these F-18 Super Hornets with the extremely advanced radar systems. So
yeah, but it is nice that it's finally being like acknowledged as a real thing, or credit.
Now they're being very careful. They are being very careful. They're not saying it's alien. Yeah. They're not saying, they're still being very careful about what they're saying. But they are saying that these videos are legit. These videos are not altered. these videos are what they show, which is very, very, the first time they've done that. They've never done that before. They've never come out and said, yes, these UFO videos or these unidentified aerial phenomenon videos are legit. Why would they even bother? If it wasn't a real thing, why even address it? Why spend money to address it? Why even spend time in the Pentagon when there's so many, things in the world going on that need to be addressed? Why would the Pentagon waste any time if it wasn't real?
I know. But do you think there's any correlation between them coming out with that now when all this craziness is going on?
That is one thing that got brought up by both UFO researchers. That's a very interesting thing.
Like to distract us, or
is it to distract us from what's going on, or is it
maybe we feel more prepared for this kind of news when everyone's kind of like at home and
let's say like I always say, I don't think people would freak out if
I know
it was released that UFOs were actually extraterrestrial life. But let's say they did release that. I guess the best time to release that is when everyone's quarantined and can't go panic in the streets.
Yeah.
Panic in your own house. But that's just a theory, and I don't know. I don't know if they're connected at all. I have no idea. I'm not,
It's just funny.
I don't know. Before I get too far in here, I did want to say hi to a couple people that had dropped in.
Yeah.
We did.
Some people left some nice comments. And...
Where am I leaving off? I'm trying to pick up.
We got a lot of new people in here since we.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to.
Okay, baby. We're talking about interesting stuff, babe.
Hey, what's up, Chevy Fish? There we go.
Hi, Chevy Fish. Always nice to have you.
Big Tank Hank. Watching paranormal caught on camera as we speak. Interesting.
Thanks.
Donald Fish vibes. I have two pilot friends who said they saw UFOs while flying with passengers. Unbelievable speeds, they said, with strange maneuvers. Very interesting. And, Donald, I think personally, if a pilot says that, I think you should trust that. I mean, these people are in charge of people's lives. These are what are called trained observers. They're people that have thousands of hours flying in the air, and they can kind of tell what things around them are supposed to look like through the repetition of seeing other planes, helicopters, other aerial phenomenon, and all these things.
And they would know like what is a usual sighting and what is like different from anything else they've seen in the sky before. And they're the ones that are most likely to see these things
they're also what the last one said was strange maneuvers. Pilots are the ones that actually can feel what it's like to turn a plane or fly a plane and to know what it can and cannot do.
Yeah, it was like my thing can't do that.
Yeah, for someone in a highly advanced, extremely fast Navy jet fighter to say, "Whoa, my plane can't do that." What is that?
I want that one.
What does that mean? If they're saying that, that's an interesting thing to me. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Thank you for adding that, Donald. I do appreciate that. One of the things that I like about my channel, or that I wanted to make my channel about, is not just fish. Of course, I got fish all around me and stuff, and I do consider all these tanks alien worlds. I do like to talk about UFOs, and one of the things that really helps me is that I've had a lot of awesome people in the chat actually come forward with some of their own stories and their own experiences, which for some people can be nerve-wracking, and I have great respect for anyone who has the guts to come out and say something, even on a chat, because there is that giggle factor, there's the ridicule factor that some people will come at you with. So, I appreciate anybody being, brave enough to come and describe what they've seen.
Yeah.
Chevy Fish, they were also able to lock on one and see it turn on its side. Absolutely. They were actually able to lock on to two of them. In two different videos, they were actually lock on. But I know what you're talking about, Chevy Fish. That was the FLIR video, the one where it's turning on its side like that. Very strange.
That's cool. This was really nice of Redfish Bluefish.
Thank you, Redfish. I appreciate that. Hit that like button. We always appreciate that. Pam. Pam always cracks me up. I like that.
I know, she's so funny.
I like it. I like how she's sassy.
Feisty. Feisty Pam.
I like it, Pam. Thank you. Always appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thank you, Pam.
Hey, Aquaballs. I didn't mean to miss you there. What's going on? Hope you're doing well. I will not want any alien coming to kick my butt. Oh my god. Hey man, you know, that's the thing. I mean, if they truly do have this level of technology, way more advanced than us, we don't stand a chance if they actually wanted to be aggressive. There's literally nothing we could do.
I was gonna say you could teach them some martial arts.
There's nothing we could do. There's literally nothing we could do. I mean, let's say a civilization is 1,000 years more advanced than us. That would destroy us, all right? Let's say that civilization is 1,000,000 years more advanced than us. They could freaking Thanos snap us. You know what I mean? Like, the level of technology of a civilization that's, you know, hundreds of thousands or 1,000,000 years more advanced than us, their technology would look like magic to us. I mean, imagine going back to like the medieval times and dropping off an iPhone 11. They wouldn't know what to do with it. It wouldn't make any sense. It would have no Wi-Fi connection. You know what I'm saying? There would be things that just wouldn't work. It wouldn't be the same. So even though I do believe there have been crash retrievals and there's a lot of pretty good documentation of this, I don't know that we're going to be able to totally reverse engineer things. I think parts of it maybe materials we might be able to synthetically replicate, but I don't know. Let me not get too far behind on the chat here. Can you read that?
Sure. Cichlids23 says, "Oh, Alien, have you seen the new history series about HAARP and
HARP.
the government HARP and the government mind control in Alaska? Of course, the Air Force runs it, so we know it's evil going on."
Correct. I am very aware of HARP. I haven't seen the new History Channel series on it. You know, HARP, I know what it is, but I don't want to bro science
You don't
my
want to
way
harp on
through. Very good. Very good. I don't want to bro science my way through describing what it does. But there's a lot of theories that it's a weather control device, that it can affect mind control, and affect your moods and things like that. And I wouldn't be surprised if there are experiments and things going on which try to manipulate human minds. If you were in war with somebody else,
of
course you would want your enemy's soldiers to not be in a good way, not be all pumped up. You know what I mean? You would want them to be kind of like dull and depressed and kind of losing hope, kind of a thing. Vulnerable. So I understand that. There's also the weather modification aspect to it, which is very interesting. I will actually look into that more, Cichlid23, and I'll describe it the correct way. That's one thing I don't want to bro science my way through describing, because I think it will not do it justice. But I will say this. The weather modification and controlling the weather is something that the U.S. military has openly described that they wanted to do. I think it was by like 2024. Like, I think there's something out there. If you Google owning the weather by 2024, something like that. I can't remember what it was, but they wanted to be able to control weather as a weapon against other states, against other countries and things like that. So causing floods, causing tornadoes, causing tsunamis, causing hurricanes. Well, yeah, there's instances where there's been claims that there's been certain governments that have helped steer hurricanes certain way.
Oh my God!
Not create them, but help steer them in
like
certain
away
ways.
From people.
No, towards people.
No.
Yeah, towards certain areas and not towards others.
That's awful.
But listen, that's I can't support that with any kind of documentation. I mean, but listen, that's some of the theories behind HARP, and that it's not just that there's this one installation in Alaska called HARP. There are many of these installations that do the same thing all over the planet. A bunch of different countries have them. We have them in different spots. The one in Alaska is the most well known, I think, but it is what it is. But thank you for bringing that up, Siglet23. I will do my research, and I'll make sure I don't bro science my way through describing how it actually works.
I like how you have to get your facts straight first.
I just don't want. I don't want to throw information out there that somebody else will repeat to somebody else, and it's not correct.
But aliens did.
Aliens did.
But aliens did.
What's going on, Dead Fred? Welcome.
Dead Fred.
Welcome, Fish Family. Dragon says they're getting the public ready to release more of what they know about this phenomenon. Interesting you bring that up. I think that's true also.
That. That's like the drip concept
let me see if I can bring up my other article. So I can... Okay, so... Someone else that's been very interested in the UFO phenomenon for a long time is Senator Harry Reid. And he did comment on the release of these 3 videos by the Pentagon. And he says, quote, let me see, that he tweeted on Monday. You can look up his tweet. Harry Reid tweeted that he was glad the Pentagon officially released the videos, but that it only scratches the surface of research and material available. The U.S. needs to make take a serious scientific look at any potential national security implications. So what that says to me is that he knows that there's more materials that he's seen that he's not allowed to tell us about because he's probably signed non-disclosure agreements. So I'm not sure, but it's very interesting. You have a senator weighing in, you have the president weighing in, you have the Pentagon releasing the videos. These are all heavy hitters. These are not people that can be really just thrown under the bus right away, you know, to say that they're not credible people. But yeah, sweetheart, cool. There's a lot of background noise coming from your side. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know. I can hear a lot of like a TV or something, or.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I'll tell them.
Okay. Do you want me to take you off the stream for a second?
I just mute myself.
Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Hey, Sean. Everyone set up a shell dweller tank, you know? Let's see. I'm trying to get down here. All right, Donald says, last night I looked at the History Channel. Chile seems to be very open about the UFOs. My friend encouraged me to tune in. Chile has been a country that has had many UFO sightings recorded over a long period of time. Chile has a lot of them. They've actually been very open about it. They've actually, I think, set up government programs to look into it. Here's my problem with that. How do I say this nicely? The technology that the U.S., China, and Russia have embarrasses the technology that Chile has. Because Chile will buy the technology, the old technology, from those other countries. I'm not saying anything wrong with Chile. It's a great country. I'm just saying technology-wise, they're not the manufacturers of high-tech jet fighters. They're not. They're just not. Okay, so the problem I have with them is that they could be seeing drones and things that are other people's technologies that we're just spying on them, maybe China or Russia or us, I don't know. But I just keep that in my skeptical background, or in my mind, in the back of my mind. But I do have great respect for the government of Chile for actually looking into these issues legitimately and trying to. I just think it's going to be hard for them to look into these issues as well as they could with having the hand-me-down technology that they have. It's just, you know, like when the government when we sell jet fighters and things to other countries, we don't sell them our best stuff, because if they turn against us, we don't want to have to fight against our own planes. Like, we don't sell the F-22 Raptor to anybody else. I wonder. Actually, you know what?
We
I
don't
wonder if
necessarily reveal what we
I don't
have
know. I
either.
wonder if we sell raptors to Israel. I'm not sure, but regardless, we don't sell raptors as far as I know. F-22 Raptors. We don't sell those to anyone else because they are the tippy top of the air superiority fighters. There's nothing that can take on Raptors. Raptors can take on, like, one Raptor can take on like 15 regular planes and take them all out before those planes have even seen or noticed that Raptor on their radar.
Wow.
They're wiped out. They've done, practice runs with like a whole bunch of like F-16s against a Raptor. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. The Raptor can launch missiles and lock onto these things and turn away and start going home before the missiles have even destroyed the planes that he's shot at. You know, it's embarrassing how good that plane is compared to other things. But it's interesting. It is very interesting.
Sweetie, is the background noise any better?
Yeah, I can still hear it, babe.
Sorry.
Yeah, I can still hear it.
Just mute my mic until you need me to say something.
The TV or what's?
Yeah, it's the TV.
Can you just tell him to turn it down?
I did.
No? All right. Well, let me look here. I'm trying to get Aquaballs. Aquaballs. I don't think so. No, I don't think that has anything to do with it, to be honest. Let's see. It will happen when they are coming to kick our butt. Yeah, I don't think we have a chance against another technology that's that good. You know, that's that more advanced. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, there's so much chat I missed here. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. So basically, we're getting waterboarded. Oh man, I'm not sure what's going on. Richard Dolan. Yes, Donald. Richard Dolan. Very, very good channel to watch. I watch him all the time. Maybe they believe the aliens brought the virus and we're turning when we are at the weakest point. I don't know. I think it's easy for the Earth to create viruses as it is anyway, so I don't know. I don't know. Be careful. I zapped myself putting in a ceiling fan 15 years ago, and that got me thinking. Jeez.
Babe, is it better?
Maybe there's another reason. What's up?
Is it better now? The noise?
Yeah. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Select Pet said, welcome to the stream, Select Pet. I'm not sure if I got a chance to say hi, but maybe there's another reason they are wanting us to stay in our homes and not out roaming around at night. And it's interesting, you know, I've definitely seen some interesting stuff over the past few months in the skies. So I don't know. You know, there's a lot of theories, and I don't know how to back anything up. I think it's all just, you know, conjecture by now, but I don't know. Whoa. Jeez. That's hardcore redfish, really bluefish. I know. Hello, V-Stag. What's going on, Chewy? Let me see if I can catch up.
Space, I like that.
Deadfred said, I had mentioned the UFO I had seen back in 2002 at Lorraine Cemetery in West Baltimore, but I still don't know to this day if that was an alien aircraft. That's a good point, you know. It's an important thing is that you just don't want to just make that jump from something unknown that is moving in a way that is not consistent with the technology that we have to just jumping to that's an alien being. You got to be very careful about that.
Yeah.
Sean, be careful, man. Navy pilot friends, they see them all the time. It seems like these Navy pilots are coming out a lot more and more now.
Because other people are speaking on it, so they're like,
for sure, it was doing maneuvers that the typical aircraft can't perform. Absolutely. Yeah. So do you think there's a strange dealings afoot? I do think there are strange dealings afoot, but I just think that it's very interesting that they've released these videos officially, Chewy. That's what we were talking about in the beginning, is that the Pentagon officially released these videos. Some of them crafts were pulling like 20 Gs with those moves. No human could pull that stuff off. What that basically means for people that don't know is that if you were to pull 20 Gs as a human, you would be squished against the side of that plane and probably die.
Well.
Maybe it was simulator footage. I like that you're thinking, but no, there's too much. There's too much that can dispute that. I would say. The interview with Commander Fravor was very interesting. Absolutely. He was on the Joe Rogan podcast. If you want to really get deep into this and you like Joe Rogan, watch the Joe Rogan podcast where he interviewed Commander David Fravor. It's the perfect person to listen to. He was the one that's in the plane taking the video of one of the, chasing one of these objects with his wingman. Let me jump down as far as I can. Hey, Dan Slee, Don Gallagher, what's going on?
Can I say something real quick?
Sure, please do.
I noticed on Instagram a little while ago that Dan Slee has a really nice Instagram. Like, he has a lot of really nice photographs that I think he's taken. Have you seen that?
Oh, he's got really good stuff.
Oh my God, the lighting is amazing, and wow, I was really impressed. So yeah, that's all. So everyone should check out Dan Slee's Instagram.
Absolutely, check out the Dan Slee. Absolutely. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anyone.
Photography.
We all assume the UFOs are aliens from outer space. They could have been from inside the Earth or interdimensional. Who knows? I think that's important. I mean, it's just you can't jump to conclusions. You can only follow the facts, and you gotta take the facts where they, follow the facts where they take you, and not make any jumps. But it is hard because, I mean, of course, I like Fox Motor says the poster for thing. I want to believe. I want to believe that they're really there.
I know.
But I can't prove that aliens are here. I can prove that there's a level of technology flying around in our atmosphere and in our waters that's not supposed to exist. Right. That I can prove. I think we're still talking about Sean getting electrocuted over there. Jeez.
Oh, no.
Slick Pet says, I thought HARP was weather control. It's weather control. There's some mind control. Listen, there's a lot of things going on with HARP that are unexplained. Thank you for putting that up there, Dead Fred. High Active, a rural research project, what they basically stole from Tesla when they killed him. Yeah, I believe it was Tesla's, what do they call it? When you get something... patented, sorry. Yeah. They did take a lot of patents from Tesla and ideas from Tesla when he died. They did come raid. I believe the FBI came and raided his labs and took all of his information. Ooh, you bring up a good one. I am impressed that you know about this, Select Pet. I am extremely impressed. How about the underground pyramid in Alaska that is now a no-fly zone?
Really?
Ooh, that is one I've known about for a little while. Hard to back it up. Hard to... But it has been described by military veterans that have provided their DD-214, which basically proves they are who they say they are and where they were. I'm impressed, Select Pet. I'm impressed that you know that. I'm impressed that you know that. I'm going to have to make a whole stream about some of these pyramids and other things that have been found under the ice and in different places. I'm impressed, Select Pet.
I would like to learn more about that.
They're very interesting. Don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but germ warfare has probably worked on to kill aliens as they learned so much from the ones they got in the crash in the desert, Area 51. Look at Area 51.
How appropriate.
I do think that's interesting. I mean, I do think, fighting against something with germ warfare is a viable means of doing things. But again, I think we're all just throwing guesses out there. It's hard. It's hard without us being connected. It's hard for us to make a solid guess. Oh my goodness, we only got 10 minutes left. Donald says, my friend who follows aliens seems obsessed about the Incas and Mayans' advanced precision abilities with pyramids. This says our generation cannot come close. I visited a pyramid in Mexico. Unbelievable. One of the things Donald is talking about is that a lot of these pyramids around the world, whether they're coming from different cultures, doesn't matter what culture it is, almost all of them are aligned perfectly aligned, north, south, east, and west.
Aligned, like the
corners. The corners of the pyramid are perfectly aligned north, south, east, and west. How would you do that back in the day so precisely? We're not talking about like almost there. It's perfect, pretty much. Yes. It's perfect.
I didn't know that about that.
It's very interesting. There's a lot of these precision things with these monoliths. Monoliths are these large ancient structures that have things inside them, or they are aligned to the stars in a certain way so accurately that we don't understand how they would have known that back in the time.
Oh my God! Why? You gotta tell me about this stuff. This is like that's like big.
Oh, there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I mean, that's the thing. There's so much information out there about this that I've studied since about 2000, 2001, that when someone comes to me and they want to learn about aliens, UFOs, or the mysteries of these things, or the ancient structures, it's like,
I'd be like,
well, I would be like, I would love to tell you, but it's going to take years of your own research for you to really understand what I'm saying. You can't just take one person's advice, or even just me saying something and take it as fact. You have to really dig deep into these issues and see these things that consistently come up over and over and over. Kind of like a detective when they're searching for, say, like a serial killer. They're looking for patterns. They're looking for things that come up over and over and over again, that kind of like, you look at this case and this case and this case, and you can say, well, why is it this, this, and this, this, and this all the same, and they're not even related to each other? How would these, for this one, how would cultures that are separated by oceans, that didn't have access to planes, they were not they weren't traveling across the oceans in boats yet, even.
Not easy to communicate.
They weren't communicating with each other. How could they have such similar drawings on their walls? How could they have such similar precision to the stars and the sun and the north, south, east, and west? It's just...
That's insane.
It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
That's
Man, I am so impressed by some of the people in the chat today, guys. You guys make this channel so much fun for me, because you guys have so much more knowledge than I previously thought. Coming out as the UFO guy and the fish fam is obviously, not like that nerve-wracking for me, because I've been exposed to that for so long. But, of course, you don't want people to think you're crazy or something, but I'm so impressed by the people in this channel that have either seen something or have the knowledge about things like Select Pet bringing up the Alaskan pyramids that are supposed to be the biggest pyramid on the planet. Is supposed to be in Alaska underneath the ice, way bigger than the Pyramid of Giza in Egypt. Wow. Imagine that, under the ice.
That's insane. I never knew that.
But I'm just so impressed. And guys, if I am missing some of your comments and questions in here, I so apologize here. But you guys are just amazing. And I mean, you got my brain stewing about so many things here. I'm just trying to get to as many people as I can, guys. HARP is many things, including mapping underground continents, moving tectonic plates, as you stated, weather manipulation. Very good. Very good, Dead Fred. Very, very good. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed that a lot of these people have actually looked into these things. More, it seems like some of the people that are bringing these things up have looked into this a little bit more than just seeing a headline on a CNN or Fox News article and just read the headline, click out the X out the box and move on with their life, and now they repeat something because they just saw the headline of an article. They didn't even read the whole article. These guys are obviously reading and looking into some things, which is very impressive, guys.
That's great. I know you appreciate having like more of an outlet to be able to speak about this.
And Anthony says China is already making rain clouds. Yeah, there's the weather manipulation is real. That's not disputed. We can create rain clouds. We can create areas that are not going to rain if you don't want it to rain there. There's very interesting things that they can do with weather modification, and they're open about it. That's not like hidden that much. It's very open that they want to be able to control weather.
Know that.
Well, I mean, you could use it for offense or defense. If the military could come out, sweetheart, and say, hey, we have the technology now to, say, steer a hurricane away from us, you would say, great, that's awesome. Right. You should have that. But guess what that means? they also have the technology now to steer it towards something.
Right. It's great if you can use it for good, but I mean, I can see how
it can be used in anything. It's like
take advantage.
That's what I'm saying. Any object can be used for good or for bad. I can use a fork to eat my chicken, or I can use a fork to stab someone in the thigh. You know what I'm saying? It could go either way.
Wow, man. You're crazy.
Man, you guys are just amazing. I am so sorry if I have not gotten to some of your questions or chat, but I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I do have something else to take care of today, but you guys are amazing. I'm going to go look back in the chat later and try to get some of this set up from the next one. But you guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you very much for coming in and being interactive in the channel and actually participating in some of these conversations, because I think it's important that we all kind of brainstorm together. I think it's important that you come from different perspectives, and I think one of the cool things about talking about this with people from all over the country and all over the world and different areas is that they're going to have different perspectives of what they see from their governments, what they see in their skies, what they're going to see for their weather is going to be different, and everyone's going to have a little bit different experience and have something they can share with us that's just something that we're not going to get to know unless you get to talk to someone from Australia, from Canada, from the UK, wherever it is. They're going to have a different experience. But yeah,
maybe you can continue this on Tuesday.
Yeah, I might have to actually continue this. Ooh, we got a couple more people that have dropped in. We got Fishy Fun. Why not and why no? Wyoming. I like that one. But again, if I didn't see you guys in the chat or say hi, I apologize. I didn't get to your question or your comment. I do apologize. But this has gone so fast. This hour has just flown by, and
very good conversation.
A very good conversation. So thank you guys all for being here so much. I'm sorry if I took up too much of the time talking, my love, and didn't give you much of a chance to jump in. But these guys have just been blowing my mind.
I know.
But yeah,
I know I don't know as much about these things.
Yeah, but that's one of the coolest things is I can kind of introduce you to some of these things, and I like to see your reaction. So the last thing I'll say before we go here, I want to know, just without knowing much information about it, what's your first reaction to hearing that there possibly is the largest pyramid in the world underneath the ice?
That's so
What would you say to that?
I'm just like immediately interested. Like I just want to learn more about that.
What comes to your mind? Like, how did they build it under the ice? Like, what kind of questions and naturally come up?
It makes me think it was obviously like, on a higher ground in the past, and then over time it got compounded with ice, and I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's a very good thinking.
I don't know.
It's very, very yeah, I'll have to, we'll have to go together and we will definitely discuss some of that.
How did they discover that though, is what I'm questioning.
Well, there's been a couple whistleblowers that have come out through Linda Moulton Howe, who have actually been in some of these places.
But how would you know if it's
and described?
Can they see, like?
Because they've dug. There's ways to scan underneath the ice with underground radar to test if there's things underneath the ground. Okay, and they're able to see what it looks like, kind of, and they obviously drilled down into the ice and are now exploring it. But
that's crazy. That's cool.
Very crazy. What that to me means is that there has to be a time when Antarctica or Alaska, where they're saying these pyramids are, there has to be a time when that area was not under ice.
Yeah, that's what
and
I was trying
not,
to say.
and that was not a frozen tundra. That was probably a more tropical area.
Yeah, just completely changed. Real quick before you go, Dead Fred was asking about the 3 videos that you mentioned earlier.
Correct. I'll go over that one more time. The 3 videos are named the FLIR, Gimbal, and Go Fast videos. If you look, just what I did earlier today, just to make sure I had all my stuff correct, is just Google UFO news, and it'll pop up everywhere. Literally, these stories have been all over the news, all over the major news headlines for the past week or so. So check it out, and thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for letting me talk my head off, babe. I'm sorry. They just got me on a roll today.
No, I'm so happy that you got to talk about one of your favorite hobbies.
But yeah, I'll do it one more time with Dead Fred. It was, let me see if I can just post a comment in here. Whoa, no, jeez, I clicked something wrong. It was Fleer. It was
no, Dead Fred has it.
Gimbal. Oh, thank you. There you go. I'll let Dead Fred handle that. Yeah, if you guys take anything from this stream today, I would say go check out the Fleer. It's actually F-L-I-R is the way to spell that one. The Gimbal and Go Fast. Definitely check those out. Look at it for yourself. You know, decide for yourself what you think. I think at the very, very least, it's worth more investigation. With that said, I love you, baby. I'm so happy that you are joining me here for the rest of our streams forever at my house very shortly. And if you guys don't mind, wish the lucky seahorse happy birthday. Her birthday is on Monday, and I can't be any happier to get to spend it with you, baby.
Me either. Thank you so much, baby.
Of course. Happy
Thanks everyone who came
birthday to Paige coming up. All right, guys. Thank you again, and we will catch you next time. Bye.
Keep your eyes to the skies.
I like that.
You like that? A big